So you want to be a CrossFit coach? Awesome. In this episode, I'll kind of set expectations for what it actually takes to get there so you can go into this with clear eyes, a clear picture about what it takes to be an amazing CrossFit coach.
Welcome to the CrossFit Edwardsville Community Podcast, where we hear and learn from our coaches, CrossFitters, and Glen Ed community leaders. Now, here are your hosts, Dallas and Greg.
What's up, guys? I'm Coach G, been a CrossFit coach for now, 17 years, something like that. Yeah, 15 years, something like that. I've done somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 CrossFit workouts. I've coached thousands of people and thousands of sessions. And in this episode, I'm going to share and kind of distill down all the things that I've seen as a CrossFit coach myself, as a coach of other coaches, so you guys can get a clearer picture of what it looks like if you're actually interested in becoming a CrossFit coach, because there's a lot more to this than it looks like on the surface. And I want to start by saying, first, being a CrossFit coach, being a coach in general, can be really, really awesome. Generally, as CrossFit coaches, we have the blessing, the gift of being able to work with people who are like they want to be there. Typically, they're people that have a perspective of growth and evolution. They're willing to push themselves outside of their comfort zone in order to become better versions of themselves. They're the kind of people that actually take time, they invest into themselves to go to a more premium gym to do fitness, and not just regular fitness, but forge elite fitness, become better versions in every area of their life, build their strength, their speed, their power, agility, coordination, cardiorespiratory endurance, muscular stamina, like all these things, all the 10 aspects of fitness that we embrace as CrossFitters. We get to work with people that are just generally great people and have a great attitude. They are a cut above the rest because of all of these things that I've discussed. You get to hang out with fun people, do fun things. And if you watch a really great CrossFit coach, you can tell that there's a passion in what they do. You can tell that it is fun for them. When they're great at coaching, not only do they inspire you and lift you up and drive you to push yourself to that next level, but they also make the job look fun. And it can be if you're the right person for that job. So then what do we need to know going into potentially starting the journey of becoming a CrossFit coach? Because it is a journey. What does that actually look like? And what is the yin to the yang? What do you need to know if you're going to get to that pinnacle of being one of those inspirational figures, a model of fitness that inspires others and lifts them up and sets a bar that they want to clear because they're driven? That's like the way that you lead lights a fire underneath them, and it makes them want to raise themselves to that next 2.0, 3.0, 4.0 version of themselves. You get them fired up where they can go and run through a wall. Are you that person? Here's some of the things you need to know, because it's not all just rainbows and glory. It can be very tough to be a CrossFit coach. Here's some of the things that I'm saying, or what I mean when I say that. The first is that it's harder than it looks on the outside, especially if you're new to coaching, because coaching isn't just one skill, and it's not something you can just easily learn over one weekend at the Cross Level 1 seminar. It's a combination of being able to clearly articulate yourself in a public speaking skill set. Can you do public speaking well? Can you command not just the attention of an audience, but the respect, the esteem? Can you deliver information in a way that is interesting and compelling to the athletes, that makes them care, makes them interested in what you have to say? Do you have not just the crowd command skill, the way to effectively shepherd a group of people through a general warm-up, stretching, announcements, overview of the agenda, specific warm-up, strength work, conditioning? Not only that, but do it in a way that keeps them on task, on schedule, and does not stifle their enthusiasm. Makes it for them where they actually enjoy the process, they enjoy listening to you, they enjoy your spirit, the vibe, the energy that you provide. It's having the ability to direct the audience and keep them on track without taking the fun out of it for them. Like, it's a really challenging balance, especially if you're new to all of this. And there's also all the technical aspects. In the CrossFit level 2, we talk about the qualities of skilled coaching being seeing, correcting, demonstrating, teaching, seeing, correcting, demonstrating, group management, attitude, and presence. All of these qualities are all different skill sets you have to develop, and it doesn't happen right away. In fact, I tell everybody as they start embarking on the journey of becoming a CrossFit coach, if you've never done something like this, you're going to suck at it. You're going to suck at being a coach. You're going to be terrible. You're going to crash and burn. You're going to bomb. You're going to say the wrong words in front of people. You're going to get nervous before presenting about this movement to the athletes or trying to direct them. And all that is completely normal. It takes time to develop the skills and the competency that it takes to be a great coach, a great leader, a great administrator of an experience to the athletes. It takes time to get there. It's a skill. You won't be good at it at first, and we don't expect you to be good at it at first. That's okay. I tell everybody, when you're a new coach, you're going to be terrible. You're going to crash and burn. It's going to be rough and tumble. It's going to be psychologically challenging for you to not be good at it. And it's important that you know most people quit before getting to the point where they are competent. In fact, most people quit before they even complete our coaches development program because they realize, oh, this is harder than it looks. It's going to take me longer to get to the top of the coaching skill mountain than I thought. Most people don't have that stick-to-itiveness that it takes to work through that stuff, keep holding the skill set, holding the craft, and get there. Just to give some frame of reference here, at CrossFit Edwardsville, we have a 45-hour basic coaches development starter kit that we use if somebody is completely new to coaching. They just finished their level 1. Now they're interested in becoming a coach. Our training program, the 45 hours, is split into a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. And without getting too into the weeds with all of this, there are subcategories within each of the phases, but phase 1 is observation, where you hang out alongside a skilled CrossFit coach and just study them in action, pick their brain, ask questions. Phase 2 is being an assistant to that lead coach, and there are sub-assignments within being an assistant coach. And then phase 3 is 15 hours of being a lead coach, leading a partial class for 5 hours, 5 hours of leading a partial class, 5 hours of leading a full class supervised, 5 hours of leading a full class unsupervised, and the athletes are the ones that then evaluate you on that last 5 hours. Just for example, this 45 hours, most people that start the process don't even make it through the whole 45 because they realize pretty quickly, okay, this is going to take longer than I thought. So the first thing you need to be a CrossFit coach is to have a powerful desire to get there and see yourself as the kind of person that can overcome adversity and do difficult things. And then also the kind of person that can have the stick-to-itiveness that it takes to work through all of that and have the kind of psychology of, I'm not going to let it get me down if I'm not great at this thing right off the bat. I'm going to keep working on it to hone that skill and hone that craft and get there and get to the top of the mountain. Being a CrossFit coach is a job with performance and growth expectations. The people that stay the course and climb the mountain are the ones that enjoy all the spoils of it. Here are some other basic things you need to know if you're interested in being a CrossFit coach. Perhaps some things that you've never thought of or never seen before. First, if you get the title of, I now coach CrossFit, I am a coach in my local box. First, it does not mean you're going to have the immediate respect and credibility with the other athletes. Having the title is not going to immediately or definitively confer on you respect and credibility with other athletes. That sort of thing you have to earn. You have to be the kind of athlete that you don't have to be the best athlete in the gym, but you have to be the kind of athlete that others look at you and they can see that you are pushing yourself, that you are willing to give that effort, that you are willing to be outside of your comfort zone, that you model great behavior, and they can see you that you are the kind of person that is worth following, worth emulating. You're the kind of athlete, again, you don't have to be the best athlete in the gym. You don't have to be able to do more muscle ups than somebody else. Does it help if you can do those things? Does it help if you are a great athlete and you're routinely at the top of the leaderboard? That is one thing that can help, but that is only one element of it. Being the kind of person others like to be around and like to look up to, that's the sort of thing that you can't just get in a CrossFit Level 1 certificate course. It has to come from inside of you. You have to be that kind of person. No title is going to give you the respect of the other athletes. You have to earn that. Additionally, once you become a coach of CrossFit, you're going to have the spotlight on you in a new way. Some people are comfortable having that spotlight. Some people are not comfortable having that spotlight because everything that you do in workouts will become more scrutinized by more people on a more regular basis. You have to be okay with that. Related to it, you're going to have more people now putting a target in their minds. They'll be putting a target on your back, trying to beat your scores in workouts. And you have to be the kind of person that doesn't take that personally. You don't get upset about it. You have to be okay with, all right, now I know some people in the gym are going to make it their goal, is going to be their new motivation, their new exciting endeavor to try and beat your scores in workouts or to lift more than you. And you have to be okay with that because that's a normal part of what happens when you become a coach of CrossFit. Additionally, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get a free membership, especially if you're a part-timer coach. If you have a regular CrossFit membership, that's what brought you into the gym. That's how you've been doing fitness. Going and doing the CrossFit Level 1 certificate course where you pay money to headquarters does not pay money to your local CrossFit affiliate. And you should not go into it with the expectation, well, if I pay for my Level 1, now all of my membership dues go away. They just disappear like magic. And now I don't have to pay for the right to be in the gym. I no longer have to pay to do CrossFit classes. If you're still partaking in the service, you may reasonably expect, especially if you're only coaching a couple hours a week, you may not have a free membership under those circumstances. You got to be okay with that too. So don't go into this as some sort of backdoor route of cutting down your monthly fitness costs. It doesn't necessarily work like that, just to be clear. Now, let's say you're cool with the challenge because you're the kind of person that likes challenges. You like to push yourself and you're like, I'm willing to take the time to learn the material, practice my craft, hone my craft, develop the skill, and become that inspirational leader coach that I want to be. Cool. The first step is to go and successfully complete the CrossFit Level 1 certificate course and pass the test. Once you've done that, if you're interested, then go and reach out to whoever is the head coach at your CrossFit gym or the leader, the owner of the affiliate, and ask them, what can I do to become the kind of coach that you're looking for? What are the performance expectations here so that I can hone my game accordingly and be sure that I am meeting the criteria that you look for? What are the criteria that you look for? What are the core values that you really espouse that are most important to you? Share those things with the leaders in your affiliate gym and ask them how you can step into whatever their coach's development process or program is. I hope that this has been helpful and insightful for you and has given you a clearer picture of some of the things that it looks like to become a CrossFit coach. Leave your comments or your questions down below. We'd love to hear from you. Let's keep the conversation going. in the comments. For now, here's my son to sign us out.
Thanks for listening to my dad's podcast. For more useful tools and guidance, go to CrossFitEdwardsville.com and feel free to like, share, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment sections down below. See you in the next episode.